Hi everyone, Sam from TAP here. This video is to talk about our side stabilizer mount and to show you the ways that you can adapt it to your bow, some of the features that it offers, tips for getting the best fit and performance from this product. I'll start with how this can be mounted on the front of your bow if you so choose. If you only have that location available to mount this, that's one scenario you would use the mount like this on the front behind the stabilizer. The other scenario may be that it just suits your overall needs as far as what you're trying to accomplish with the balance on this particular bow. So I already have the mount together, but I'm going to take it apart to show you more or less in a step-by-step way how you would attach this with a stabilizer. Our mount comes with two different options. You can get titanium alloy screws. They're 5/16-24 screws. That comes with 3 of those. And the other option would be black oxide screws, and there's also 3 of those. So one of the screws is used to attach to your riser if you're using a rear-facing mount location. You won't need that extra screw, however, if you're attaching to the front, because your stabilizer is what provides the screw for that, which holds the mount in against the riser. Now this stabilizer here has a quick disconnect pin on it. I'll take the pin off and show you then how this bracket would mount in against the riser. It's key that you keep this portion, this channeled out section here, facing in against the riser. This is cut out in a size dimension to accept the bushing that is in most bows, whether it be on the front here or on the back. There's also a bushing there. So you'll actually just have the stabilizer, when it's mounted in tight, flush against this bracket. It's really pretty simple. Just mount that straight in. You can hand tighten the stabilizer down to the required amount of force that you need to get this to the position that you want, to get it to be secure enough. We recommend that you use about half of the available space in most cases. If you don't need to use more of that available horizontal adjustment, don't, because the further out you place this, the more overall amount of flex that you could get depending on how much weight you're running on the side stabilizer. Most people don't run enough weight that they would incur a large amount of flex in the bracket, but some could. So for most purposes, as I said, it's really sufficient to have it mounted about halfway through. So you would do that, get it adjusted, get it level, get it tight. And then from there, it's the same process that you're going to follow, whether it's a back mount or a front mount. So I'll stop at this point, switch over to a rear-facing mount, and go through the steps. Again, it would be the same steps from this point onward for the front mount or the side. Or back, I should say. Many bows do have now, their designs do include a rear-facing mount of some type, mount location. Some have a bushing like this. Some have threading directly into the aluminum of the riser. Regardless, as long as it's 5/16-24 threaded, it will accept this mount. All right, so I'll start with the process again of adding this bracket portion to the bow. So same as the stabilizer, it's flush. You want this flush against that surface. This is the titanium screw. So that's what I prefer to use, and that's what most of our customers prefer for the performance aspect, for the additional damping benefits the titanium offers. Our stabilizer mount, our side stabilizer mount here, gives you full range of motion, horizontal and vertical adjustment. More than enough would be needed for really any setup to attain the level of angle that you need, to obtain the level of horizontal swinging in or out that would be needed. This offers that full range of motion. I tightened this up as much as I think it needs to be for the time being. You can get that very tight if needed. Next step would be that you would add the section right here. It's got the smaller circular diameter to it. Right here. This is the part that has the etched in logo. So you want to put your screw through the top, and included with these mounts are inner tooth lock washers. They're 5/16 inner diameter. Outer diameter is about 0.595. You want to make sure that those are on here against the surface of the aluminum, and that they are then mounted in against the other surface. This allows for the best bite down that you can get to get the most positive lock that you'll need, so that over time it's resistant to vibration. Doesn't mean that over time you wouldn't need to check or add some additional tightening, but this does help ensure that you'll get a tighter overall fit. Another thing we strongly recommend, is that after you have this in place, the stabilizers have been tuned to where you want them, you have the weighting correct, that then you go back and you add a Loctite type material, a thread locking material, semi-permanent, to these screw threads. That will ensure that this is going to stay where you need it to be for the long term. You could use a retaining compound as well. Anything that's anaerobic, so in other words, that sets in an oxygen-free environment, is what you would want for something like that. Shock-resistant type of material. So that piece is on. Next section to add on is the QD portion. So this, you can see here, we have a built-in quick disconnect on this mount for the rear-facing portion. For those of our customers that want a front quick disconnect, they buy the separate quick disconnect module that we have, and they put their stabilizer right into that. Same process, screw through, add the washer, and start putting that in place as well. Now you can see, as I'm getting it tighter here, that it's not angled to where you'd want it to be. So loosen that up a little bit, drop that down. Typically you're going to find that it's coming in around here. That's about where most setups would be commonly oriented to. I'll add the quick disconnect pin. And if you haven't seen our quick disconnects in action, this is what makes these so special and unique and effective, is that they truly are very quick in how they attach and how they release. It makes a quick disconnect a very convenient item to have. So it's tightened in now. It requires just a hand level of tightening, and it's to the point where it will not come loose. Tested now with thousands of shots, but when you want to loosen it, it's quite easy to do. It's just a quick break free of that tension, and literally less than a quarter of a turn, and that pops right back out. That is how effective these are. So the front quick disconnect and this rear mount both have that same process involved with the machining to create that fast removal. So that's tightened down by hand more than enough. At this point, if you're just sort of eyeballing your setup, trying to get an idea where you want it, in many cases with a lower mounting location like this, you are looking to get a slight downward angle, but this is very personal to the individual, and you will not necessarily be able to just go based on what I'm doing. So you want to angle out, of course, again, based on what you think you want to start with. When you first start to tighten on these, they will move a little. The stabilizer may start to turn, but as you bite into that washer, then you get the ability to tighten down without the stabilizer moving at all. All right, so there you have a setup, basic, with side stabilizer and our mount. And you can see the process for going from the installation of the screw into the riser all the way to the point where you're attaching a stabilizer to it. These mounts, when properly set up, when properly secured in place, are capable of holding substantial amounts of weight. But the key is that they are properly set up and they are properly secured on their juncture points so that you don't get rotation. In time, we may make some additional adjustments to our design. We may make some adjustments along the lines of thickness of this bracket. We may add or modify, I guess you could say, the surfaces here. So where these surfaces meet, that there is more of a positive locking built in. But for the time being, we certainly are very happy with this product. It's high performance. It fits right in line with what we already do. Titanium alloy. We like it. Our users like it. So please check us out today on our website. Check us out through social media, where we spend a lot of our time. Instagram is our biggest area of following. So please check those accounts, Instagram and Facebook. Instagram.com/titanium_archery_products. Facebook.com/titaniumarcheryproducts. And of course, our website, where all of our products are available for sale 24/7, titaniumarcheryproducts.com.